a founding father. Aaron Burr's early life and ambitions. Aaron Burr was born into a prominent family in 1756. He was intelligent and ambitious from a young age. Burr excelled in his studies. He graduated from Princeton University at just 16 years old. This prestigious background opened doors for him. However, Burr also yearned for personal achievement. He was determined to make his own mark on the world. He chose to pursue a career in law. This path promised both influence and intellectual stimulation. Burr's early life set the stage for a remarkable and controversial journey through the founding of the United States. The making of a statesman. Burr's military service and political rise. The American Revolution ignited Burr's patriotism. He joined the Continental Army. He served with distinction. Burr rose through the ranks. He eventually achieved the rank of lieutenant colonel. His military experience provided valuable lessons. He learned about leadership, strategy, and the cost of freedom. After the war, Burr returned to his law practice. He quickly gained a reputation as a skilled lawyer. Burr entered politics. He was elected to the New York State Assembly. This marked the beginning of his ascent in the political arena. From hero to rival, the growing rift between Burr and Hamilton. Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton were both rising stars. They were both ambitious and charismatic. Initially, they were allies. They shared political ideals. They belonged to the same political party. However, their relationship soured. Their ambitions began to clash. They had different visions for the new nation. Hamilton was a strong advocate for a centralized federal government. Burr favored states' rights. Their political differences deepened the divide between them. They became bitter rivals. This rivalry would have tragic consequences. The vice presidency and its discontents. Burr's political fortunes turn. Burr's political fortunes turn. The election of 1800 was a pivotal moment. Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr tied for the presidency. The election went to the House of Representatives. After a long and contentious process, Jefferson emerged victorious. Burr became vice president. However, Burr felt cheated. He believed he should have been president. The vice presidency was a frustrating position for Burr. He had little real power. He grew increasingly isolated. His political ambitions seemed thwarted. Burr's frustration fueled his resentment toward Hamilton. He blamed Hamilton for his political misfortunes. Section 5, The Duel, a deadly climax to a bitter rivalry. The animosity between Burr and Hamilton reached a boiling point. Hamilton continued to criticize Burr publicly. He questioned Burr's character and integrity. Burr challenged Hamilton to a duel. Duels were a common way to settle disputes among gentlemen. On July 11, 1804, they met in Weehawken, New Jersey. The duel had tragic consequences. Hamilton was fatally wounded. Burr fled. He became a fugitive. The duel shocked the nation. It ended the life of one of its founding fathers. It forever tarnished Burr's reputation. Section 6. Treason and trial. Burr's ambitions lead to infamy. After the duel, Burr's political career was in ruins. He traveled west. He sought new opportunities. He became involved in a controversial scheme. The details remain shrouded in mystery. Burr was accused of treason. He was arrested. He was put on trial. The trial was a national sensation. It captivated the public's attention. President Jefferson was determined to see Burr convicted. However, the evidence against Burr was circumstantial. He was acquitted of all charges. Despite his acquittal, Burr's reputation was destroyed. He was branded a traitor. Section 7. Exile and return. Burr's life after his political downfall. Facing public scorn, Burr went into exile. He lived in Europe for several years. He sought to rebuild his life. Burr faced financial hardship. He longed to return to the United States. In 1812, Burr returned to New York City. He was met with a mix of curiosity and hostility. He resumed his law practice. He lived a quiet life. Burr never escaped the shadow of the duel and the treason trial. He remained a controversial figure. Section 8. A legacy marred by controversy. Burr's place in history. Aaron Burr's legacy is complex and contradictory. He was a brilliant lawyer. He was a skilled politician. He played a significant role in the founding of the United States. However, his accomplishments are overshadowed by his flaws and mistakes. The duel with Hamilton and the treason trial tarnished his reputation. He is often remembered as a villain. Burr's story serves as a cautionary tale. It highlights the dangers of ambition, rivalry, and the abuse of power. Section 9. Beyond the villain, reassessing Burr's contributions and motivations. While Burr's negative actions cannot be ignored, it is important to consider his perspective. Some historians argue that Burr has been unfairly judged. They point to his contributions to the American Revolution and his early political career. They suggest that his motivations were not always malicious. Burr was a complex figure. He was capable of both great and terrible things. His story challenges us to look beyond simplistic labels. It forces us to grapple with the nuances of history. Section 10. The enduring enigma. Aaron Burr, a life of triumph and tragedy. Aaron Burr's life was a tapestry of triumph and tragedy. He rose to the highest levels of power. He experienced devastating falls from grace. He was both admired and reviled. Burr's story continues to fascinate and intrigue us. His life raises questions about ambition, morality, and the nature of historical memory. Aaron Burr remains an enigma. He is a figure who defies easy categorization. He is a reminder that history is rarely black and white. It is a complex and often messy affair.